Hello YouTube, it's a bit chilly here. It's time for part 2 video of our self-hosted DayZ server how-to series. Put the cat on, Sheila. Now, do you remember in the first video that I mentioned I'm already hosting a DayZ server? Because of this, I'm going to need to change the default ports that this server is going to use, but you don't have to do this. The standard ports are 2302 to 2305, which is 4 ports. So for this second server instance, I'm going to use ports 2306 to 2309. Once you've forwarded your desired port range in your router settings to the static IP address of your DayZ server, you will need to edit your start DayZ server batch file to update the starting port number. In this instance, I'm changing the starting point from 2302 to 2306. The only other thing that I think we need to do before firing up our DayZ server is to configure a few of the server settings, such as the name of the server and whether or not you want to password protect it, and a few other options. In order to do this, we need to edit the server DayZ.cfg file. After changing the name of my server, I also made the nights darker, which is my personal preference. You can find a link to Bohemia's website in the video description for full details on other options within the server DayZ configuration file. Now, we can save this file, fire up our server. Upon startup, I only noticed 2 sets of triple exclamation marks. The first was a no shutdown message present, and the second was the vehicle transit bus. But what about the other errors from the first video? If you remember, we had the following errors previously. Cannot load input present, #struser file does not exist. We also had unknown category vehicle parts. And finally, we had type Christmas tree will be ignored, not spawnable. Okay, so we're going to work through all of these and sort them out. Starting with the ones that resolve themselves upon exiting the server from its first run and starting it back up for its second run. The #struser file doesn't exist seems to have fixed itself to resolve the 26 entries of unknown category vehicle parts, which was mapgroupproto.xml. Simply opening up this XML file using Notepad is fine and replacing the following. Change category name equals vehicle parts to category name equals vehicles parts. Then we have the Christmas tree issue, which for this I will send you over to Rob at Scales Speeder Gaming, link in the video description, as he's compiled an excellent video about this. And many more DayZ related things as well. So make sure you drop him a sub whilst you're there. Next up is the no shutdown message, which we can easily sort out by editing messages.xml. When editing the messages.xml, you can pretty much copy the entire message number 1, point 1, and paste it down near the bottom, not quite the very bottom, just one line up from that. You can change it if you see fit to. And finally, we need to address the vehicle transit bus. For this one, we basically need to remove the legacy call, but be aware that this bus could be making a return to DayZ in the near future. Where the details are listed is cfg event spawns.xml, and basically we're just going to comment out the event name vehicle transit bus, and that will remove the error. So that should sort out all of the startup errors and issues when running our DayZ server. Another handy code snippet to add into our start DayZ server batch file is to periodic check to ensure the server hasn't crashed and it's still running. And if it has crashed, to restart the server. Something like this. As always, if this video has helped you, please drop me a like or even a sub if you're feeling generous. It genuinely helps me out. That's all for today, guys. I'll catch you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the tea, Sheila.